I went to this one too early. Let me go to the intro real quick. No. Just kidding. Be right back. 1 second. Sorry about that. Wife needed something real quick. Hi, John. I don't know if you're here when that was at. Oh, I see it's like lagging behind on my chat bot. I guess I have to watch live since the last 2 videos were down. I try to watch them. The live videos maybe because if I stream the debates, they get copyright struck. So I can't put them on VODs. Hello. It's Monday. It's an important Monday. The day before Super Tuesday. For anyone that doesn't know, Super Tuesday is a day where many states vote in the primary, for the Democratic primary. I think it's the same for both Democrats and Republicans, but I'm not totally sure. It's important. We have been having several weeks of conversation involving politics and Super Monday. And I thought that chatting today and having our own command and maybe a little scroll that you can see at the top of the screen would be appropriate for today. That scroll is signifying everyone that comes into chat that tells me that they are registered to vote, going to vote, and what state they're from. And then I add your name to the scroll list. That's it. Just a little thing. And if you're not sure where to go to vote, you can do !vote. Or I'm sorry, if you're not sure if you're registered or not, !vote. It will tell you if you are. I'm sure that it is too late to register in some portion of states. It is possible that some of the later states you can still register in. So it's good to hit !vote, go to the link that you see there, and that will tell you where to go. Do I have the right link in? Let me see. I think I do. Let me make sure I got my command right. Yep, we're good. Okay. So there's some big news today. Lots of big news, actually. So tomorrow is obviously Super Tuesday. That means lots and lots of votes happen tomorrow. California, namely Texas, is another big one. There's a couple other states on there, but Ohio 38 cis male registered, looking for love. Nice. John Burkle, putting him on. I will add your name to the list, sir. Thank you for voting. You don't necessarily have to tell me who you're voting for. That's irrelevant to me. Just the fact that you are voting makes Moshertees very happy. And now your name can be added to the list. Boom. Just that. Just that easy. Just that fancy and easy. Make sure I got my levels right. I had something sitting on this. See my thing here. Okay. So tomorrow's Super Tuesday. California is going to be the big one. Bernie is, by the way, I always say this at the beginning of every show when we talk about politics, I am a Bernie supporter. I have no ill feelings towards any supporter of any other candidate, and that includes the current president. We have an open discussion here. We don't get into arguments or anything like that. We will have a debate back and forth on what's good and what's maybe not great and in different policy positions. We're not doing any of that insulting people crap for their preferred candidate. That's just nonsense. We're adults here, so that's what we're going to do. I will make I want to do a quick pitch because I'm going to record it for my Twitch friends. I do say Twitch, but I mean content creators. So not only is it important for you to vote, it's important for everyone to vote. Exercise your rights, basically. Vote for your preferred candidate. For content creators, it's somehow, maybe even a little more important. Here's why. In this election, one of the big components of this election in terms of policies, and a lot of discussion lately, I'm sure you've heard about it. It's called Medicare for All, right? That basically is a universal healthcare plan. Some of the candidates have a flavor of it. Bernie Sanders has a flavor of it. Elizabeth Warren has a flavor of it. I don't believe Biden or Bloomberg, who are the only two others left. I'm sorry, Tulsi Gabbard. I don't believe they have one, but Bernie Sanders is quite inclusive. And basically what it means is that every single person will have access to healthcare. The same thing they do in Canada, etc. Your taxes will pay for you to go to the doctor, to the emergency room, to wherever, have surgery, whatever it is free. You can check out Bernie Sanders' website to get some more information about how much that would cost in terms of taxes. A majority of Americans below certain income levels will pay significantly less than they do now in terms when you calculate in co-pays and deductibles and all that other kind of stuff. Okay. I do mention Twitch streamers in particular because of this. I have talked a lot on this show and when I was on Twitch about full-time streaming and what it actually costs you to do that, what you actually can expect to make. You can do an exclamation point full-time in my chat to get a list of that, and I've posted the spreadsheet that I've created in many different places. I've created a spreadsheet where you can calculate your budget and responsibilities versus your income, whether that be with a job or with Twitch, and it breaks down by subs and all that kind of stuff. YouTube is the same thing. The reason why some candidates may benefit you more as a full-time streamer is one of the things Twitch and other platforms do not provide you as a full-time streamer is healthcare. Okay? That's a big cost. That's an expensive thing. Most people have their healthcare through their jobs because they work someplace and their employer finances that for them. Full-time streamers do not have that luxury. If you are a full-time streamer and you are still on the fence about who to vote for, you're not totally sure, take a look at Bernie Sanders. Take a look at the Medicare for All plan. That would essentially cover you and allow you to be create more. To not be worried if you get sick, that you're just out of it. Like, you can't afford it. You take time off from content creating. We both know what that means. Take time off, there goes your revenue, maybe for the month. It's a good plan. It's a very good plan for full-time streamers. Please check that out. But that's the kind of thing you have to consider when you're looking at candidates for the primary. What candidate do you support? What can that bring you, obviously? And how I look at it, how can it help the most people possible? That's part of my decision-making when it goes into my preferred candidate, which, as I said, is Bernie Sanders. So I wanted to do that little speech there because I'm going to clip that out and put that on Twitter for some of my Twitch friends. So there are 4 candidates left. 5 with Tulsi. If you did not hear today, Amy Klobuchar and Pete Buttigieg, I'm still not sure how to say his name. I think it's Buttigieg, have dropped out. I believe Pete might have done it last night. So when they dropped out, nominally, when candidates drop out, they have their choice of endorsing another candidate. I believe that pushes the delegates to that candidate, but I'm not totally sure on that. I think it at least frees them to re-vote or something on the second vote. I'm not totally sure how it works. Somewhat an annoying thing is that getting out of the race on Sunday and Monday before Super Tuesday is a lot of these states have had mail-in ballots for a month. So all those people that voted for them are wasted votes. This goes to a long talk about another voting system called ranked choice voting, where basically you'd have all the candidates on there, all 8 candidates as it were then, and you'd pick your number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that if one of them happens to drop out, you just go to number 2. Kind of thing. It makes sense. It's a much better voting system than what we have now. So 2 candidates dropped out. They both endorsed Joe Biden. That is not necessarily a surprise to anyone. That is the moderate portion. So there's a moderate sort of lane, and then there's you could call it the progressive lane. In the moderate lane, you have Michael Bloomberg, who I'm sure you've seen his ads, Joe Biden, the former vice president under Obama, Pete Buttigieg, a mayor of South Bend, young guy, 38, and Amy Klobuchar, who is a senator from Minnesota. I think Pete actually did do it officially, didn't he? I think he tweeted it out and all that kind of stuff. So pretty sure. So those are your moderate choices. Now you had 2 dropouts. Now you just have Michael Bloomberg and Joe Biden. And between those 2, Joe Biden is really building a lot of momentum. He won quite handedly in South Carolina. He's continuing to move his candidacy forward. Michael Bloomberg has really, I don't think he has any delegates, and he's just spending billions of dollars. The guy's worth $66 billion. That kind of money is, and I don't think anyone really can grasp that amount of money in their brain, but it's a lot to a point where he can afford to spend. He's already said he's spent $1 billion in advertisements. I'm sure you see it all over this website, right? Before every YouTube video, you see it on Hulu, you hear it on Spotify. Michael Bloomberg is literally everywhere. That's not helping his candidacy. He's not winning anything. I'm not actually sure why he's still in the race. So Joe Biden is the front runner in the moderate lane of the primary. Okay. Over here in the other lane, you had, well, I would put Tom Steyer in there. Okay. Tom Steyer existed in the left lane, in the progressive lane, I believe. He was a billionaire, but his main focus was climate change. That's really what he wanted to drive home, was that climate change is a serious problem. We need to deal with it right now. I don't disagree with him. Okay, that's right. I like Bernie. He has the Green New Deal, all that kind of stuff. There's also Elizabeth Warren, a senator from Massachusetts, who she's a fine person. And then you have Bernie Sanders, who is a senator from Vermont. Bernie is a person that has been preaching progressive values for like 40 or 50 years, something like that, forever. Elizabeth Warren has been preaching progressive values for a little bit too. Here's I'm not sure how I want to say this because I don't want to alienate voters. Tom Steyer dropped out. I don't believe Tom Steyer has endorsed anyone yet. Amy Klobuchar and Pete dropped out and endorsed Biden, or what may be, as John is telling me here, maybe he didn't officially yet, but he's going to. Not completely sure. But they dropped out and endorsed Biden. Now, that makes sense in terms of like policy positions because they're kind of similar. It also makes sense in that they want to consolidate behind one candidate to further the moderate policy lane. So they believe in moderate policies. They want a moderate to win. They believe Joe Biden has the best chance to win and that they do not have a chance to win. So if they drop out and support Joe Biden has a better chance to win. Hopefully that makes sense. It's pretty simple. It's nominally when people drop out and endorse someone else, there's something a little bit in it for them. That's not like conspiracy, but oftentimes it would go like this. Joe Biden might come to Pete and say, "Hey, Pete, you've ran a great campaign. How about you drop out and endorse me, and in exchange, I will make you some cabinet position." That's not, it's not necessarily shady. That's just sort of how business is done. You help me out, I'll help you out, that kind of thing. There is a lot of rumor going around out of Pete's camp, by the way, that Biden spoke to him over the weekend and made a deal. Some people are saying Secretary of State. Some people are saying Veteran Affairs. We'll see. But I think Pete will be placed someplace. He's not going to be vice president. I have a very strong feeling that the vice president for Joe Biden will be Kamala Harris. Um, Actually, it might be smarter for him to take a progressive, but it's not going to be Bernie. Okay. So on the other side of things, so you have the candidates who have what they call no viable path to presidency. Okay. So Amy Klobuchar and Pete looked at their delegate totals, looked at the rest of the map, looked at all the states and said, you know what? It's not possible for me to get there. It's not possible for me to be president. I just don't have enough momentum. It's too early. People aren't jiving with my persona or my policies or something, whatever the reason. It's just not going to be me. And they've admitted that to themselves. And they said, okay, let's see what I can trade for an endorsement, which is fine. Michael Bloomberg has no chance at a presidency either. But he's a different animal where he's a $66 billion net worth. So it's like, he could just blow all his money and get no votes and just do it for fun. So that might be what he's doing. It's possible. And then there's Biden, obviously, who's still in. He's doing quite well. On the other side of the spectrum, we had Tom Steyer, who, after losing in South Carolina, where he spent quite a bit of money, decided to throw in the towel. He was the first one that got out, and it's respectable. He got out right away. He said, you know what? It's not going to work for me. I really love the climate. He did say in his speech that he looks forward to continuing to fight climate change with the nominee, and he wants to spend his money on it. And he's very, he never seemed like a bad dude. He seemed like a fine guy. Had a lot of like commitment to his ideals, and that's great. So he obviously had no path to the presidency, so he dropped out. He hasn't endorsed anyone yet, but we'll see. Then we have Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is doing quite well. I think he's the delegate lead right now, I believe. Elizabeth Warren is also still in it. She does not have many delegates. I'm not sure if she has any. Maybe like 6. It's frustrating to talk about this. She has no path to presidency. None. She's not going to beat Bernie Sanders in any states, and she's not going to beat Joe Biden in any states. So she has no chance to win. She is competing in her home state tomorrow of Massachusetts, in which Bernie Sanders is favored. Polls, they can always be wrong, never for certain, but she's expected to lose to Bernie Sanders in her home state tomorrow. It's a little bit embarrassing for her, although, people run better campaigns. That's kind of it. Bernie Sanders has a lot of momentum. He energizes a lot of people. So I get it. It's tough to lose your home state. But that looks like maybe what's going to happen. We'll see. But here's a little bit what bothers me. I always liked Elizabeth Warren. She was always my number 2 choice. In the last couple weeks, though, she's almost taken a step away from the progressive movement. You call it the progressive movement because it's things like universal health care, universal child care, strengthening unions, free college, out of wealth tax on the top, 1% of 1% of 1% low wealth tax. There's a lot of policies involved in that, but that's just some of the big hitters, right? She's a self-proclaimed progressive candidate, something of an alternative to Bernie Sanders. Well, a few weeks ago, and she was also very against money in politics. She was the last candidate, second to last candidate to yell about how she had no super PACs funding her. Super PAC is a political action committee, and the thing about a super PAC, there's a couple rules, but here's the main idea. Think of a super PAC like a huge pot of money, okay? And people could just throw money into it. With a super PAC, you can throw an unlimited amount of money into it. If you were a trillionaire, if you were Jeff Bezos, you could drop $100 billion in the pot if you wanted to. It's not, it's sort of, they call it dark money a little bit because it's unlimited spending into a super PAC. The only trick is that the candidacy and the super PAC can have no communication. So if someone were to say, Jeff Bezos were to throw $100 billion into a pot and say, here, Elizabeth Warren, he couldn't say that. He would just have to say, this money is in this pot, and this pot can run ads and things for a candidate or against other candidates and claim, that's why you see these ads where it's like, this was paid for Elizabeth Warren for president, something like that, right? It's not necessarily paid for by Elizabeth Warren because the super PAC, she can't have communication with it. Hopefully that makes some sense. So for a long time, she yelled about how she was the only candidate not accepting super PAC money. So a few weeks ago, she announced that she was now accepting super PAC money. And I think that, it was disappointing to a lot of progressive supporters of hers because she had for so long screamed about it, that getting money out of politics is her top priority. And we really need to prioritize that because it's really shitty when billionaires control like how policy is made and lobbyists and all this kind of stuff. So walking that back and then accepting money from a super PAC is a little disheartening for supporters. I understand that. It's disheartening for me. And I'm not a number one Elizabeth guy. I'm a number two. So that was one of the things. She came up with this whole scenario where Bernie had told her not to run or some nonsense like that, which of course he denied on the stage. And I say stage because it was in a debate. She's done a couple other things like that are seemingly against the progressive values, the progressive movement, which is strange because you've had someone that for so long has said, I'm the progressive champion. Vote for me. I'm the progressive candidate that can get us there. And now all of a sudden we're walking back on those progressive values. She probably lost a little bit of support for that. As you will, right? In those scenarios. Sorry, I see a drop frame here. Let me check out and see what's going on. Okay, we're still good. So that was disheartening. Okay, that wasn't the end of it though. The problem has now come to this. Bernie Sanders, if he gets a majority of voters, a majority means 1,901, I think, delegates. Each state has a certain amount of delegates. You win them by getting votes. If you get to 1,901 or 1,900 whatever, you get a majority of delegates, and you are the Democratic nominee. Now that's what everyone wants for Bernie Sanders. That's not true. I misspoke. It's not what everyone wants. Obviously, there would be no one else running against him. Other people want delegates as well. That's what Bernie Sanders supporters would like, is for him to be the majority winner. There's some reasons for that. Some of it relates to 2016, when the DNC has admitted to it. This is not conspiracy, but the DNC ran an unfair contest in which they promoted another candidate, Hillary Clinton, quite a lot over Bernie Sanders, and sort of was working with the media to downplay his success and all this kind of stuff. The super delegates were chiming in early. It was a mess. 2016 was a mess. A mess for the DNC. Okay, this is Democratic National Party. After that, there was a lot of changes placed on the party. Superdelegates can't declare early. All these other type of changes. Caucuses had to be announced in terms of first votes, second votes, and I forget the final votes or whatever they called it. First alignment, second alignment, and final. A lot of changes put into place by Bernie's party because they said this wasn't a fair race. Like, what the heck? You can't at least make it fair so we can go on policy. Contested primary going to vote over popular was my biggest problem with her. Yeah. So one of the issues is that Bernie Sanders represents something different to the party. And this isn't really a conspiracy because people have come out and said this and verified it, but there is... I think of the best way to put it. If you were in control of a party, okay, and or you could say anything. Let's say you have a job and you're very good at your job, you get highly paid for your job, okay, and your job is going along successfully, okay. And this is kind of a bad analogy because there are some bad things that the political parties do, and then someone else comes along and says, you know what, I can do your job better, but we're also going to change the nature of this job. Instead of making cakes, we're now going to and you're the best cake maker in the world. Instead of making cakes, we're now going to make donuts. And you're not the best donut maker in the world. So you'll feel a little threatened by that, right? You feel a little threatened, like, hey, this guy going to kick me out of my job? Am I even relevant anymore? Like, do I even have a purpose? In that regard, I can understand the Democratic, and they call it the establishment, although that establishment means just like this infrastructure in these people that have worked in the Democratic Party for a long, long, long time, like big supporters, people that have vested interest in the party. They see this guy come along, and he just basically says that the party is not doing things correctly for many people, which they aren't. I don't think that's arguable. There's a lot of income inequality in this country. People are dying on the streets because they have no access to healthcare. A lot of things point to the fact that he's right. They're not doing things in a great way. So the progressive movement itself represents an alternative look to the Democratic Party. Now, the people that are currently in charge don't like that because they like the way their life is going at the moment. Why wouldn't you? Okay, you're quite rich and have powerful and all this stuff. From a party being one way, you wouldn't want things changed. Why rock the boat, But sometimes, as we've seen throughout history, when things get bad enough, you got to rock the boat because people aren't going to take it anymore. That's why we have things like uprisings and all that kind of stuff. The stance of the progressive movement is that we are at that point where we need a big change. Okay. So, one of the reasons the supporters want Bernie Sanders to go into the convention, there's like basically a big party at the end of the primary, right? There's a huge party and everybody comes and has fun and we celebrate the nominee. Well, the nominee can only be decided if you have a majority. Okay, so 1901 or whatever the number is. Now, if you don't have a majority, we go into what's called a brokered convention. Okay, a brokered convention, and that basically means that the candidates all come together, whoever's left. And they see who has the most votes. Okay? So they count up all the votes. Now, having the most votes but not a majority is called the plurality. Okay? If no one has a majority, after the first vote, as they call it, first vote, if no one has a majority, it goes to second vote. When it goes to the second vote, there are these things called superdelegates that come into play. There's like 700 or something. And these people are chosen by the DNC. They're chosen by the party. They're elected officials, they're donors, they are congressmen and different things like that. Okay. So they're kind of like what you could call the elite people in the party are the superdelegates. And then in the second vote, if there's no majority, they get to throw their vote behind their desired candidate. And that will push to a majority, basically. So let's say that Bernie Sanders is at 1,200, Joe Biden's at 1,100. If the superdelegates come in, if they chose, they could put all their superdelegate candidates into Joe Biden, give him 1,800, and now Bernie Sanders still has his 1,100, thus making Joe Biden the winner. That is a situation that no one wants. Certainly not. And by the way, I bring up that exact example because that's a possibility for what's going to happen. There is a chance that Bernie Sanders ends up with the most total delegates, state delegates, before the convention, but not a majority. Okay, so we go to the convention with a brokered convention. The first vote is split because there's no majority, and in the second vote, the superdelegates vote. Now, I want to preface this. We talked about it the other day, but I'm going to reiterate right now. Choosing not the delegate leader is dangerous. You risk alienating that entire voter base. So if the majority of people voted, technically, for one candidate and they have the most delegates, and then you give it to someone else, have you now what they call subverted the will of the people? You've chosen someone else instead of running a vote. Now, there's a lot of arguments to that. The DNC is a private organization. They're capable of doing whatever they want. They could have no primary. They could just say, this is who we're running. That's it. But they put on the air of a vote, and the people could choose who they like. The reason Bernie Sanders people are afraid of this is because there was an article in the New York Times 4 days ago where a reporter interviewed several superdelegates, actually about 100 superdelegates out of the party, and only 8 disagreed with the overwhelming majority, and the majority said that they will not elect Bernie Sanders. will not. Doesn't matter if he has plurality or not, they'll shoot him down. That is very, very dangerous for the Democratic Party, dangerous for the country. But I hope it's not true. I hope that doesn't come to that. That would be very, very bad. What, in my opinion, what essentially would happen is that every Bernie supporter would just walk away from the party, resulting in a guaranteed landslide victory for Donald Trump. There's a lot of other issues here. It's possible Bernie Sanders does not go to the convention with a plurality of votes, but less. And Joe Biden is the vote leader, and therefore the delegates can go, oh, great. Yeah, Joe, you're the nominee. It's tough to argue against that, right? Played by the rules. Now, one of the issues, and this is circling back quite a long ways to Elizabeth Warren, is this. Elizabeth Warren has declared for a long time that she is a progressive candidate. She's advancing progressive ideals. Well, she currently is taking some voters away from Bernie Sanders. Many of Elizabeth Warren voters, their number 2 candidate is Bernie Sanders, the same way that most of Bernie Sanders supporters, their number 2 is Elizabeth Warren. That's how close they are in policy. Or at least used to be. I don't know about now. So we're at an area where this other lane has cleared up to have one nominee, Amy and Peter out. Right? And this other lane that has one, big time leader in terms of delegates, and then another candidate still there, sort of eating up other votes from that lane. Which I don't think it's arguable to say that she's not. I don't think the case can be made that she's not taking delegates away from Bernie. Of course she is, as long as she's in the race. Today there was a lot of trending topics on Twitter saying Warren endorse Bernie or something like that, trying to convince her to endorse Bernie. Of course, Warren supporters weren't too happy with that, but here's my take. Bernie's motto for his candidacy is not me, us. Basically saying that it's irrelevant who is the president. The important thing is the policy. He's one of the only candidates that sort of speaks like that, right? That it's not about him. It's about us making the change and us coming together and having a grassroots movement and campaigning and canvassing and donating and all this kind of stuff. When we have a candidate who is harming the progressive party, progressive movement, and well, I hope it turns into a party, harming the progressive movement by not consolidating and backing the lead candidate as the opposing team has done, it is detrimental to everything. That's the opposite of not me, us. That's not you, me. A lot of people talk about if the situation was reversed, would Bernie Sanders drop out? I can, without even a second of hesitation, say yes. Bernie Sanders has fought for these ideas and these policies since like the 40s. There's pictures of him getting arrested in civil rights protests. There's pictures of him at I gotta find it. It's from today. It was like a lesbian and gay pride march in Vermont in like 1982 or something. It was written on like a sheet hanging up behind him or something crazy like that. This guy has been a movement pusher and a civil rights activist and just a progressive person for the entirety of his life. So to even suggest that he wouldn't drop out for Warren is just absolute nonsense. It's nonsense. I'm trying to find the pictures so I can show you guys. It was quite amazing. Yeah. Vermont Lesbian and Gay Pride, 1986. He's just standing on the stoop of his home or the town hall or whatever it is. 1986. This guy has been the champion of these movements since he was almost born. crazy. It's crazy to think that he would ever hold himself in some higher regard than the policy. It would never happen. Ever. This is why there's a lot of hate on Bernie supporters right now, because there's a lot of people pushing Warren to drop out. And I understand what the subreddit says. I understand what the supporters say, because they're going, you know what, guys, this is not the way to do it. Let's not be rude. Let's not say anything bad about Elizabeth Warren. Let the supporters come over. And half of me agrees. I don't want to be aggressive towards anybody, tell you how to vote. That's silly. I want everyone to make up their own mind, vote for who they love. That's always been my policy. I do, however, understand the opposite argument. And it comes from a place of survival. There are some people that literally can't get ahead in life, can't do anything because of some of the infrastructure set up in this country. Medical costs. Jesus Christ. I saw a tweet the other day saying, how is it that we live in the richest country in the world and the best support for medical expenses is GoFundMe? How many times do you see that GoFundMe for a sick child or someone needs an organ or something? They have to take out a goddamn GoFundMe to pay for that. How is that right? How does it? How can anyone look at that and go, yeah, this is the best way we could do it? I can't even I don't even know how that functions inside of someone's brain. People sleeping on the streets, people starving, people can't get insulin. This one lady I saw in an interview with her kid died. They couldn't get insulin. He was rationing his insulin because it costs too much. HIV medication costs $2,000 in this country. It costs $8 in Australia. How? Where the hell have we gone as a country that is where we live now? I think our military budget is like $600 trillion or some crazy nonsense. A ton of money. We sure can build planes that kill other people. We can't give this kid insulin. No, that's too crazy. That's too expensive. Too expensive to do healthcare for all. I mean, who wants to be able to just walk in any doctor and have, the lowly people be able to go to get a doctor as well, beside, along with us rich people? What? That's what Bernie Sanders means to me. I'm not someone who is going to get free things from an election of Bernie Sanders. My student loans are almost paid off. I had a mountain of student loans. They're almost paid off, thank God. I have a decent job. I will likely pay way more taxes under Medicare for all. Am I sitting here going, nope. You know what, guys? I had to struggle. I had to have student loans. I had to pay a lot and sacrifice other things because of that. Delay getting a house, delay getting, get all that kind of stuff. So you have to as well. What mindset is that? And this is why I think Bernie supporters get so frustrated, especially with Elizabeth Warren right now, because they understand how much people are hurting and need this. Some of them are the people that are hurting. I mean, what the hell are you supposed to do? You're supposed to eat? You're supposed to go to the doctor. It's. So when Bernie Sanders supporters are short or rude or curt with Elizabeth Warren supporters, they should understand that it's not out of malice. It's out of necessity. They realize that the only way we can do this is together. The only way. And the fact that Elizabeth Warren stays in the race when she has no chance to become the presidential nominee, and that's not me being a biased thing. You can look at any statistical model. It's like less than 1% chance out of 100, or less than 0.1% chance. Less than 0.1% chance she has to be the presidential nominee. Bernie Sanders says like a 40%. So that's why the supporters are so anxious about it, because it's like they're consolidating. They're going to win. They're consolidating. And Elizabeth Warren just goes, nah, well, we're going all the way. Just take siphoning delegates. And in some ways, tanking the progressive movement. Potentially. So I understand what the sub is saying about be nice to Warren and don't call for a step down and none of that stuff. But it's also important to voice your grave concern. I was saying all day today, when I saw Amy Klobuchar drop out after Pete did, I was saying all day, Elizabeth Warren has to drop out today. It has to be today. Now, someone could say, well, she's going to wait for Massachusetts, which is tomorrow. I get it. It has to be today, now, before the end of the day. It's 11 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. There's still time. It has to be tonight. Because when people go to the polls tomorrow, if they vote for Elizabeth Warren, that vote is essentially wasted. Essentially. It's a vote that Bernie doesn't get, and it moves closer to Biden every day. So, yeah, I don't blame Sanders supporters for being upset at her. Because everything they thought she was, it appears that she is not. Sometimes that's tough to feel as a supporter. I know that if Bernie had taken those moves that she did and was doing what he did now, I would be upset with my candidate. I'd be upset at people yelling at him, but I would also be upset internally at myself for not really being duped into it, but supporting someone who has done that now and turned their back on the movement. I would be upset. So I get it. I understand. But if she doesn't drop out tonight, literally in like an hour, the movement has a big problem, because there is no chance that people who are former, Goldman Sachs people and the people who lead the Democratic Party, there is no chance ever they will allow Medicare for all, because that loses them quite a bit of money in terms of lobbyists and donators and all that kind of stuff. I'm sorry. It's just gross. It's just disgusting. I can't even. How in God's name you can. It's like. It's essentially putting yourself before everybody else. There's a notion of the greater good that needs to be taken into account sometimes. And if the greater good means that you pay an extra $100 in taxes when you are of a tax bracket that has that disposable income, and in return, every person in the United States gets health care, sorry, people need that, and it's in my opinion gross. If you think otherwise, especially that mindset that I saw so much about that the student loan thing really irritated me. I saw some comments back to it when I was saying that, yeah, I don't see why college isn't free. And Bernie's talking about paying off student loans as well. That seems like it'd be pretty good. And the initial response to my saying that was, well, what do you have, student loans? How much are you going to get taken away? And I'm telling him, like, I actually don't. Mine are almost paid off. I mean, like real close to paid off. I could probably pay them off now if I wanted to. But why some of these people were thinking, well, I went through that. Is someone going to pay off my mortgage? I had a family member that said that, and it was so disheartening to me. It's like, I'm sorry, do you have to get something out of, there has to be something for you? It's such a weird mindset to me. I can't put myself in those shoes. That they're getting something, so I should also get something. Why? It can't just be a nice thing that you do. It can't just be a nice thing for the citizens of this country as a whole. It can't be a nice thing to live in a happier, better society. It's frustrating to talk about. Anyways, if we check 538 is a website. I'm going to read it to you. I'm not going to switch screens right now. I'm going to leave it here, but I'm going to check for you real quick. I'm sure the polls have been updated with Pete and Amy canceling their campaigns. Let's see what it looks like in terms of numbers. Let's see. Actually, I will switch. Chances of getting more than half of the pledged delegates. Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden now have each a 17% chance. You'll notice if you zoom in on this graph, Barry's rally in Minnesota was awesome. Bernie's rally? I saw that. Oh, cool. I didn't see that one on the news. I saw that Klobuchar had to cancel her rally. That's disappointing. So here's what's disappointing to me. By the way, if we take a look at this graph, we were just talking a minute ago about Elizabeth Warren. 0% chance to win the nomination. She's still in the race. Look at Bernie Sanders' chances. Bernie's in the blue. Look at him. Up, 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 down a little bit. Up, up. Cliff. Down to tied with Biden. Why is that? Because all the other candidates have rallied to back Joe Biden. And Bernie still gets his split with Warren. It's amazing, honestly, that he still has... Media isn't covering the Bernie rally. Of course not. The media has no interest in having Bernie Sanders. It's so freaking disheartening. I'm not losing hope yet. I still have hope. We'll see how tomorrow goes. I'm very excited for tomorrow. But if we go to plurality now, so that's half of pledged delegates. Let's go to the plurality of pledged delegates. Bernie Sanders 51% chance. Joe Biden 48% chance. Look at what's happened here. Look at this spike downwards. Look at this spike up. Because of Buttigieg and Klobuchar. Go to the Bernie Sanders YouTube channel. Okay, I don't think I can restream or my stream gets striked. But okay. Thank you for that, by the way. If we scroll down and look at some of the delegate totals, obviously you need 1,900 to come out on top with a majority. Sanders and Biden being almost tied is so disheartening. Not necessarily because I think Joe is a bad guy. Okay, I don't think he's a bad guy, but because we have this chance. We have this chance at this great society. What did FDR call it? The New Deal. We have this chance. And we're throwing it away on keeping things the same with a guy like Biden who, I mean, despite what you think about him, he seems a little completely lost sometimes when he's speaking. But we're just throwing it away to keep things the way they are, to keep people not having health care, to keep people on the streets, to keep basically maintain all of our stuff. And that's even if he were elected. I'm already celebrating Super Tuesday victory for Bernie Sanders. Hell yeah, man. I'm very excited for Bernie's take tomorrow. Joe Biden. We are going to have a special show tomorrow for the totals when they start coming in. Bernie Sanders definitely looks real good in California, huh? Scroll down to California. Oh, too far. See, here's some of the problem. If you look over here on the left, some of my distaste for Elizabeth Warren right now. Bernie Sanders, 176 delegates. Joe Biden is 134. By the way, let me point something out. In California, Bernie has 30 field offices. Joe Biden has 1. And he's getting 134 votes. You know why? Because people are going, oh, I know that name. I'll just stick with him. Or Pete and Amy people. Elizabeth Warren, 56 delegates. If those transferred to Bernie Sanders, 230 delegates tomorrow. That would be huge. Huge. This is why I was saying that she needs to drop out tonight. It cannot be tomorrow. It has to be tonight. If she doesn't, I don't even. I can't. I'm just sorry. I can't see her as a progressive person any longer. Take a look at Texas. I think Bernie was moving in a certain direction there as well. So Biden is forecasted to win right now in Texas, 86-85. It's virtually a tie in Texas. North Carolina, Biden's up a little bit. Sanders close, though. Virginia, virtually a tie. Massachusetts, Sanders beating Warren is, it's, I don't know. She's got to drop out tonight. I'm so mad. Minnesota, Sanders looks like the go-ahead here because Klob is out. She packed it up today to support Joe Biden. Colorado's a runaway for Sanders, presumably. We'll see. If we can get Biden to be non-viable there, that'd be awesome. Take all those delegates. Average forecasted pledged delegates pretty close in Tennessee. Alabama is going to be Joe Biden. Sanders not doing too well there, which is a little strange, but, you know. I think 1991 Dell's needed for Bernie to secure a nominee. I think, yeah, you're right. Yeah, 1991. I think you're right. Mm-hmm. That's a majority, though, and then he takes it before the second vote. I just want him to have a plurality. That's all I want. I want him to have more delegates. So when we go to the convention, the DNC has to basically take their mask off and take it away from him, which will cause a nightmare scenario. If that doesn't happen, then we just didn't do enough work, which I still think we are. I'm still super psyched. I'll be voting in Ohio for Bernie Sanders. Obviously, I encourage everyone that I meet to vote for Bernie Sanders after we talk a little bit about policies and things. Yeah. If it gets closer, he doesn't get a plurality, that will be very disappointing. And unfortunately, we can't ignore what Warren has done here. Anyways, tomorrow, vote. If you don't know where to go, if you don't know if you're registered, if you're in a state that votes later on, you can do an exclamation point vote in the chat. I'll give you a link. You can go there and see if you're registered. And you can also register if you are not. If you are voting, feel free to let me know and what state you're from. I'll add you to our little scroll list we're going to keep up for the rest of the election cycle. You can see that in the bottom right of this channel. And now the top right. Yeah. So that's about all the politics talk for the night. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. I think Sanders supporters are super psyched for tomorrow. I can't wait to see Texas. Very excited. I cannot wait to see Bernie just absolutely dominate in California. I'm very excited for that. See some of the other states go on during the day. I doubt we'll have any sort of numbers until about 5 p.m. when we start getting some exit polls. But the polls, I believe, officially close at 7 since we're at there's a couple of West Coast states on here. Obviously, times will change. That should mean that California polls will close around 10 p.m. Eastern. We will have a live show for those numbers coming in. I'm excited to see them. I sent my early mail in from Arizona. Bernie Sanders, let's go. I love it. I'm going to add you to my list. I think the next debate is actually in Arizona. I think it's in Phoenix on like the 18th or something, 17th. You've been added to the list. Thank you so much for exercising your rights. Wish we had mail-in votes here. That'd be awesome. Seems so easy to do it that way, you know? I'm going to swap over to some games. I wanted to get that my little chat into my fellow content creators about voting for Bernie Sanders because it just makes sense, right? But we'll swap over and play a little bit of Apex Legends tonight. keep looking at some of the news. I'll keep watching like a hawk for my girl Elizabeth Warren to fold up her campaign honorably. Come over and join Team Not Me Us. Get Bernie Sanders elected. Get those progressive policies in place. Some of what she has preached for a long time. And then get Donald Trump out of the White House. I don't think that's going to happen with Joe Biden. It's not there. So, if getting Donald Trump out of the White House is a dire imperative for you, there's only one candidate to choose from. You think about that. If you think I'm wrong, if you think I'm not giving Biden his fair shake, please check the news today that they're starting to subpoena Hunter Biden and some of his stuff again. And Trump's already spent over he almost got impeached for investigating Joe Biden and his connection to Ukraine, his son's connection. If you don't think that stuff's going to be played every minute of every single day in the general election and doom Joe Biden. Whew. Remember, Joe Biden. That's right. That's right. Joe Biden. I love it. Thank you so much for that. And yes, thank you for also coming in with that positive message. I like that. I'll switch over some of the info. Vote, 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 vote. If you haven't sent in, if you're not in a state that has early voting, and by the way, a huge number of states have early voting. If you're concerned about the wait times at your polls come your state's turn to vote, check out your state voting scenario. Lots and lots of states have early voting like a month beforehand. You can go down to the Board of Elections in some city near you. Pop in any hour of the day. I bet you can do your early voting. You don't have to wait for the day to do it. There are some more advanced states like Arizona and I believe California that have mail-in votes that seem really easy. Oh, Nevada started it this year too. That's right. March 12th in Arizona. Okay, that's good to know. Get my info changed here. The movement continues tomorrow. It's to sweep the freaking nation. Let's go. Get that young vote out. Get Bernie Sanders in there. Most importantly, get the progressive agendas in there. Oh, voting in person March 17th. Yeah, I think Arizona votes the same time as Ohio and Florida and one more. Illinois. I think we vote the same time as you do. I'm in Ohio, by the way. See a friend of mine posting on Twitter, if he brings Elizabeth Warren on board, they would be unstoppable, meaning as VP. You know, I originally thought that, and then after what she's done recently, I don't know if that might work out. We'll see. Bernie likely, I think that if Bernie were to be the nominee, he would need a vice president that was a little closer to middle, a little not as progressive. Somebody, I mean, honestly, like Pete wouldn't be bad, or Klobuchar, somebody like that, on the other side of the spectrum that could to capture those guys. That's why there was some talk about how if Biden became the nominee, what if he took Bernie? That would maybe possibly be the one way I would be okay with it. As it is, it's more likely he'd take Warren. And in that case, I'm still not okay with it because of how she's behaved in the last few weeks. Not behaved like a spoiled child or something, but like, I just don't like how what she's done to the progressive movement in the last couple of weeks. Walk back on someone for a word. Can't be worn. Because then, obviously, it'll look like she stayed in the race to tank Bernie and as the promise of getting VP. That would be real bad. That'd be bad. Oh, Nina Turner for Bernie's VP. Hell yes. That would be awesome. Hello, somebody. Yes. Nina Turner would be dope. She's so great. She's so freaking great. Or like press secretary or something. I mean, if she was a VP, she's fantastic. Nina Turner is a supporter of Bernie Sanders. She is often on stage before he comes on. I call her like the hype man, which she kind of is. But it's like, she knows how to talk to crowds and get people fired up. And she's good at getting the message across in interesting ways that relate to her crowd. She's very, very, very good at that. She'd be an awesome VP, or she would have to be involved in his cabinet somehow. Press secretary would be sweet. Something like that, like media relations, something like that. I could see her doing like an ambassadorship. That'd be great. There's so many roles that she'd be great in. She's just a good person. Switch to 4K because I'm not a little baby. Let's get this slider work going. She put MSNBC in the corner today in an interview. I bet she did. She dominates those guys. That's what I'm saying. If she was like press secretary or something, come out there, some press corps try and mess around with her. She's not going to have that. She's great. We are playing some Apex Legends. There's a lot of challenges to do. It's going to drop into some ranked pugs. Happy to play with teammates if you guys play Apex Legends. Happy to also continue talking about politics, since that's really my main interest the last few weeks. Make sure info looks right. Yep, 1440. Okay. Let's, I think I was doing Lifeline because I have a challenge for her. Let me take a look. New challenges tomorrow. Okay. I need 1900 damage or shield repair left for that. That's really annoying. Oh, knockdowns is Lifeline, Octane, or Revenant. That's what it is. Okay, so knockdowns is Lifeline, Peacekeeper, and Train Yard. Okay. Yeah, Nina has been so freaking awesome. I love her. Love her. There's a lot of cool people in Bernie's camp that really are really passionate about it, and smart people. And I mean, not that there aren't those people in every candidacy, in every group, but it just seems like Bernie has such motivated and well-spoken people are able to reach out to crowds and things. There's a lot of people I can think of that'd be great in terms of cabinet positions for Bernie. Warren, I think, would still be great in a cabinet position. But they might not want to lose her in the Senate.
Watch your side and never quit.
I know there's other big supporters like Mark Ruffalo, who's obviously an actor, but I could absolutely see him coming into the group, and John Cusack as well, as maybe an ambassador to Hollywood or a charitable ambassador, something like that would be awesome. Mark is very, very big with tribal nations as well in the environment, so that could be a spot. Anyways, speculation, we can keep it up. Oh, there's only two of us, of course. I think the last 3 games I've played, we've had someone drop. This is obviously not train yards. This is going to not be where I want to be. Shit. Wrong lane. No, please down. I have a lot of shit on, homie. Oh, I got a scope. Where are we going?
First blood. Good thing it's not us.
Where did we both so confused? Like, I don't know where to go. Okay, I landed here. Up there.
Wings far, ladies. Oscar Mike.
Don't see anything yet. That'd That'd be crazy if we're the only people to land in Lava City.
Possible loot here.
Hostile right here.
Enemy inside.
I'm getting shot at.
Good thing I walked in here real quick, huh?
Just even my shields.
Fire. Reloading.
Of course.
Down. Need medic.
Oh, I'm gonna call this first game jitters. Jesus. Just all my shots. Oh, I can't get up there. Oh my god.
Just a scrape. 1 second.
Missed about 15 shots there. First game. So chalk that one up too. Need knockdowns as lifeline, not blanks. Come on. $125 damage with pistols, 2,500 damage total, 250 damage in a single match. Okay, we can do that. I'm not afraid of that. Still suck at video games, I see. Yeah, that wasn't a good first round. Shut up, John. Did you beat Final Fantasy yet? Looked like it was going pretty well from some of the Instagram posts. So you're fighting the Cactuar. Just put my phone down and then get a message. Okay. I guess we'll still play with her. Beto endorsed Biden. So I'm talking about the establishment consolidating around one candidate who is not an inspiring candidate. It's just not. It's not going to happen in the general. God damn it. Same people that scream and cry about how Trump absolutely has to go out, or we're going to have an authoritarian government, or he's going to be a dictator and all this stuff, then vote for Biden when... Like, do they not understand how percentages work or sunk cost of groundwork already? Like, Trump already has so much leverage on Biden. It's... Oh my god, it's so irritating. Play it now, doing a full completion, so all spheres, all monster rounds, all dark aeons. Nice. Do the lightning dodge thing with Lula yet? Whatever her name was. I remember that one in the planes or whatever. You had to dodge the lightnings like 100 times. And you got like the ultimate staff. Yo. Chain yard I need, okay. Yeah. I'm circling back. I think I'm gonna make it.
Already had 2 people up top where I was.
Where he was? I see it. I see it. He dropped. Can I shoot accurately off that thing? I don't even know. Is he? Oh, he's over here. Okay. Can you get on top of this? Yeah.
22 red, like 68.
Wow, that was rough.
Reloading.
How's he getting away?
Double timing it.
My teammates are dying. I gotta go.
Double timing it.
Throwing Arc Star.
Tango down. Reloading.
Where's the robot?
Reloading.
That's them.
Taking a knee. Patching up.
Body shield here. Level 1.
Okay. Use that. Thank
Thank
you.
you. I need help.
No encounter armor and dodge 200 lightnings. Ugh.
1 sec.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Repairing myself.
He's gonna try and take those banners, actually.
Call him if you spot him.
I bet.
I am repairing.
Oh, hello. All 23 of my bullets, baby. Let's do it.
Syringe here.
Thank you.
Oops, wrong one.
Shields.
He didn't get the banners. Where the heck did he go? Guess we can push out for more loot. Oh, I forgot I'm the girl that heals. I'm so used to being caustic all the time. I don't hear anything yet.
1 minute before the ring closes. We have time.
Hang on a second. We get a key here?
Hey, you killed someone?
Oh, okay. Don't see the
45
key.
seconds. Ring ain't far.
He needs a hat. You can have the hat. Okay. Ugh.
30 seconds remain. The
Shotgun
ring is
bolt
nearby.
here. Level 2.
Let's see about this side. I actually don't like those deep scopes for this. The sound of this game is so weird. I know I see Dr. Disrespect complain all the time about it, but the sound really messes me up in some points here. You're going for the balloon?
I can see that the ring's moving on the map.
Do I have a backpack? I don't even know that. Nope. Jesus Christ. What am I doing, man? I'm all lost.
A champion just fell. They must not be very good.
I need a lot of light attachments if you guys want.
Light? Okay. We got a dip. Guess we can just go through this way.
Knockdown shield here. Level 2. Gonna need one of these if you're bleeding out. Care package touching down. They usually carry rare platforms.
I really need some light ammo in general. Having a rough time today with this. Damn it, my sensitivity broke it. I guess. I don't know why my mouse does that sometimes. Sometimes I can change my sensitivity in game, sometimes not. So I could just did it again. Yeah, like what the heck, dude? Is it overriding in some way? If I go to 3, it's bad. Maybe I'll try and keep it down.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 2.
There you go.
I need it.
It's a light attachment.
Target over there.
Coming.
Hostile right here.
I'm ready.
Arcstar out. Arcstar out. Throwing thermite.
Crack the dude up top.
Reloading.
One of the towers cracked.
Come on in. Full painless.
Listen up, I'm getting shot at.
Oh no, there is an airstrike on our position.
Oh!
My airstrike.
I am taking fire, friends.
I'm down.
Did we shoot each other at the same time? Oh man. Guess I didn't see that one coming. Shit.
Pop smoke. Make it 2.
I am taking fire, friends.
Oh, daddy.
Oscar Mike. I'm spotted.
Don't worry.
We're gonna run or hold it.
Thanks. Come on, Mitchell. Say hello.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Recharging my shields.
We can book it at any time.
Give me a sec. Recharging shield.
Contact with target. Get ready. It's zipline
do it.
time.
Nice zip. Get up on a roof here. I'll throw it on that thing. Shh. Come on. Up. Someone's been here.
Come and get your birthday present.
Barrel stabilizer here.
Okay, there.
Level 3. Good for ranged
there.
engagements.
Do something good, baby. Not very good.
Optics here.
Round 2.
Close range.
Beginning ring countdown.
Where do they go now?
Target spotted. Firing.
Hostile over there.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I need that charging deal. Whatever it's called.
Enemy over there.
2 squads fighting back to our south.
Let's explode this way.
Reloading.
Got a couple of shots in that resulted in nothing. Ugh.
There's 2 squads. I don't feel like getting pinched. There's 3 fighting to our southwest.
Sounds good. All looted.
Heavy ammo here.
Can't use heavy. I think there's a couple of cans down here.
This is a new kill leader.
Watch out for the new kill leader, friend.
I thought there was a can here. Crazy. This guy's still looting. Okay. Check out the house.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 3.
I can use that.
Nothing.
I am repairing myself.
I think someone's been here.
Someone's in here.
You run away.
All looted. What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do now? You keep going to the center. Thought I heard something about right. Crazy again. I mean, these guys are obviously going to come right through here, and this is a terrible position. We should probably get back.
Got a feeling hostile. Enemy spotted. Throwing Arc Star.
Shooting.
Got one real good. Where is he? I got him.
Oscar Mike spotted. Taking fire.
Damn, he's low.
Reloading.
Shit, you're up top. Get out of there.
Fire.
Let's go this way.
Up
Arc
there.
Star
Up there.
firing for effect.
Need to get to the high ground. We're getting shot from the high ground right now.
recharge. Popping smoke.
Thought I saw someone running. There he is.
Reloading.
Round 3.
Where did he run to? There's no place to go there.
Contact.
Okay.
On the right.
Health drone if
Oh,
you need
shit.
it. Here's your birthday present.
I'm coming.
Carbine. Incoming flag.
Shh.
Double time it in.
He's serious. Gotta get underneath something. Yeah, here's good.
Throwing Oxstar.
Contact with enemy.
No, really?
Oxstar out. Reloading. Recharging my shields.
Just gonna check this real quick.
Body shield here. Level 3.
Of course, my thing isn't up and I'm almost.
I hear them over here.
Who said that?
Making contact with enemy.
Contact. 1 minute. Ring nearby. Target spotted.
That might be a different team.
I am taking fire, friends.
Rings next door. Oscar Mike. I'm spotted.
All right, is he going up? Let's go up.
Spotted. Double timing it. Smoke out. Ring ain't far. Half of one. Give me a sec.
Anyone have any
Recharging shield.
shield cells?
Shield
you,
cell
sir.
here.
I hear something.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, we lost the upper hand here.
I'm gonna rotate step.
Warning.
Sounds good.
Movement in progress.
It's on. Ring's moving.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Ambush! Ambush! There's another squad! Spotted. Double timing. Smoke out.
We have nowhere to go. Shit, 19 bullets. Jesus. 19 bullets, I got nothing. Yeah. Damn. Good try. .803, no kills. This stupid triple take. Hate it. Take a quick break. I'm gonna grab a drink. Back in just a minute.
And on the count of 3. It's only one in your dreams.
All right. Rough times. Played 2 games, got that done, huh? All right. All right, let's have a better game this time. I think I only need, probably still 12, huh? I don't think I got any of that game. Still 12 knockdowns. Lifeline, Octane, Revenant. Maybe I'll switch to Octane. That's gonna roll a couple more times. We'll hit it when it's done. Did Elizabeth Warren drop out yet? Guess not. I know what I expected. Oh, here we go. What I want to do? Octane? Where is he? Ugh. Let's hit it. CBS is reportedly paying Tony Romo $180 million over 10 years. Oh my God. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I still need a couple knockdowns in a train station.
Heard that.
We're not going there.
I say we land here.
We're not.
Enough lying around. We're dropping.
Is that with me? Oh, it is 2 minutes. Okay. Two guys. Oh, they have a cool flare. That must have been from Apex Predator or something like that. I think they get to keep their flares.
Attention. First blood.
Firing.
There's a team here. Okay. Love it if I could find a gun. That'd be cool. There we go. Where are they at?
Let's go this way.
Am I not seeing them? Oh, they're up on the hill. We going back or riding the train? Whoa. What did he take?
There is a train at the station. Good fate. Preserving this area.
I think he's saying let's ride the train. Homeboy coming? I see dipping. Teammate. Yeah, we're just like, is he coming?
Watch out for the new kill leader, friend.
We're gonna get pinched in here. I think there's a team landing over to the west. Oh, we can use that. Someone's here on my right. Oh, that hurt somebody.
Grappling.
Anybody loot down here? Looks like that answer is no. Actually, let's hit this. Right now, right?
Nearby. 1 minute till close.
That location may be good for looting. Here I go. Choke.
Ooh, a choke. Could have used that last game.
45 seconds. Rings close.
Where are we trying to go to? Through the mountain? I don't think he has a key.
Might be something good this way.
Oh, but there's a hat. And I need that. Nothing good.
Let's explore this way. Only 30 seconds left on the clock. The ring's close.
Oh, wait. Is that guy saying stay back here? I guess he's coming now, so. I haven't been inside a vault in forever. I wonder if they nerfed the vault keys.
The ring's close. 10 seconds.
It's been a long freaking time.
Here I go.
I'll take that. It's okay.
Level 3.
I could use that.
Level 3. Of course, we go to, there's a bunch of dudes there. Of course, one time I go to a train station, there's not a train yard, there's nothing there for me. In terms of knockdowns.
Package over there.
Copy that.
He has no idea where I am.
Package.
You hear that? There's a care package coming.
Bet I got him.
Out. Calling in a lifeline package.
Someone's been there.
Give my stuff.
Enemy spotted.
There's a bunch of teams. I'm going in. How'd this guy get up there? Can you get the door? I didn't think that was possible.
Might be something good this way.
Come on, baby.
Bravo.
Firing.
Okay.
Reloading. Very good.
Don't.
We finish
I
off
take
the
no
whole
credit for that.
squad.
That one I'll take credit for.
Very good. We finish off the whole squad.
That was the last two on both their teams. Okay. Wait. Yes. See somebody, bud? We see, boy. We see. This guy not leading anything, huh? Jesus. I need a bigger backpack. Show. Something like that. Oh my god. Give me a bigger backpack, please. Didn't I?
Closed door here.
There we go. I feel better now. Can't have those things out of order. Makes me nuts. I was worried about ammo at first. Now I'm sitting at like 300. Feels a lot better. Looked weird up there. Where we gotta get to?
Target spotted.
Okay.
Copy that.
How close? Like right here? Ah. Pointing out the fence.
Hostile over there.
Coming?
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
Jesus, this guy's booking him, man. Switching to singles. Opening the sky.
Who's ready to fly on a zipline? Enemies are shooting at me.
Get me up there. Get me.
More friends are coming to kill us. There's another squad.
We've got another squad. Arm up.
Yeah. Sentinel up there.
Recharging shields.
I hear something charging. What is that?
Trust in the All-Father.
You can see him, bruh. This guy's still pushing? Okay, let's go. In Jamaican accent, give me a bigger backpack.
Fire on the enemy.
Okay.
Some enemy spotted.
I need a bigger backpack. Someone coming up. Shh.
One minute.
Enemies are shooting at me. Opening fire on the enemy.
Oh, dude. Oh, I think that was my teammate. Should try charging up there. One's super duper low.
My shields are recharged.
Oh, no! I shouldn't have stopped there. He would have, I figured he would have tried to res me there. Dumb. That's probably my fault. I baited him into res me. Woo! Yeah, how's that guy still alive? There we go. Only a matter of time. Put some heavy hits on. I probably shouldn't have pushed in that far though. No. No downs after I got my Peacekeeper. Slowly making our way to Gold 1. And then to Apex Predator. Apex Predator. Let me join Discords. Hey.
Hey.
Let's do it. Oh, there we go. Let's see what I still need. Chain Yard. 10 more knockdowns. A bunch of damage with Watson. And 5 more kills with a Peacekeeper. Okay. We can make that happen.
Yeah, I was watching and I saw you run into that building. I'm like, oh no, his gun's still on single fire. It's still on single fire. Oh, hopefully he looks.
I didn't even use it. Tried to Peacekeeper him. I need 5 more kills with Peacekeeper for a challenge.
Give me a bigger backpack.
A bigger
What
backpack.
What is that movie where he's? Oh man, Paul Rudd. Slap at the base.
Not sure.
It's like slap at the base, man. This is 40.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
It's mediocre at best. There's some funny points, like parts in it, especially if you're married with children.
Why does this look so low res here?
But
Don't I have it on like super duper ultra or whatever?
oh wait, no, not this is 40. I Love You, Man.
I've certainly never seen that.
Yeah, it's Paul Rudd in
Like my total damage,
oh my gosh, I can
17,000.
see his face. I'm having a bad day with movies, man. Not Seth Rogen. Fucking. Oh my gosh.
Jonah Hill.
Jason Segel.
Oh, gotcha.
The only thing I think of is like Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Watch me.
After that, I need some knockdowns in Train Yard. Oh, what? God's name. Better be working. Okay. He
I
dropped.
am taking fire, friends. Reloading. Using grapple.
Coming back.
Oh shoot.
I am down.
Shit,
Reload.
coming.
We're all inside. Reloading. I've got you. Shields up. Reload.
What?
Nice.
Setting shield. Healing ya.
Better hurry.
Enemy down.
Good looking out.
Setting shield. Healing light.
Took out an enemy. Repairing my damages. Thank you.
Oh god.
He didn't have
Deploying
anything.
drone.
He was already out of bullets.
He had a shield, which works for me. Just take my thing away.
Took what thing away?
Like you guys
Hey, that
moved
shield-
in it. Moved my
Oh,
drone.
hey, that shield is busted, by the way.
I had no
Just
shield
give
before
my
that.
shields
Oh, I got two over here.
Coming.
Not so close. We should go this way. The enemies are shooting at me. I'm getting shot. Shield up.
There we are. Nice job, stronger duck.
He just dropped from exhaustion.
I'd like to think I weakened them.
You're the real hero.
Shotgun bolt.
Fuck.
I shot down
By the
a
time I
cargo
got it, it was blue.
Oh, Jason Siegel
Oh,
Jones.
gosh.
Thank you, sir. What's this?
Take the bullet, I guess.
Gotta heal.
Oh, hell
Taking
yeah.
a knee.
Man, this is a weird looting round, eh? Oh, I didn't hit that. I'm gonna get my drop here. Take it now, sir. Thank you.
Deploying
No.
health drone. Come and get your birthday present.
This fucking guy. Look what run into my damn drones.
Got a hot energy amp. Hey friends, I've got sniper ammo here.
Yeah, welcome to the club, bro.
First of all, it's bruh. Did I get a knockdown there? I think I got a kill, right? Yeah, I got a kill.
Man, I don't got it. I
I
really
got
hope we don't
very
find
little.
a fight right now. I got 3 bullets for a peacekeeper, and
We could head through the tunnel. There's a couple cans in there. Hopefully I got all these too.
We're all inside the swing.
oh hey, there's a purple heavy mag right here.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 3.
Hello. Should we get the hem? Get the hemlock?
R99 here.
Oh, yeah.
All 99 here.
All right, I'm feeling better about this. You go through the tunnel.
Yep.
Get ready, it's zipline time.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 2.
I could use that.
I figured.
Incoming care package.
It's a world drop coming down in this corner building here.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 1.
Jason Seal, John. Thanks, guy. Appreciate it.
I'm going for it.
I'm with you, bud.
Oh, it's gonna kill me. Whoa. Oh, I thought this is the one that was dropping. Okay.
Oh yeah, so did I. Oh, this is unlooted.
Nice.
R99 here.
Come on, daddy.
There we go. There we go. Okay.
Body
you-
shooting. Level 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I still on now?
Enemy spotted.
Time to loot. Damn it, he's already on this one. Nope. Down.
Yeah. We need to move forward here for a second. Are we
I
going close
feel-
quarter stuff?
I have an assault and a pistol, so
So,
what is?
So kinda.
Do you have a Phoenix kit? I have an extra one.
No, but I don't have backpack space for it.
There's that.
I'm carrying around this knapsack on my back.
Okay. I I think I should probably take grenades instead of one of these. Just being irresponsible.
Phoenix Kitia.
We should probably push across the street. Blah, blah, blah. Push across the street.
Where do you want to go? Mark it?
This way.
Might be something good this
Okay.
way.
Check this bins under here. I've been finding pretty good stuff down here.
R99 here.
I had a bigger backpack. I got R400. Found a lot
Madman.
of attachments.
We could definitely push up on these guys and fifth party them or whatever the hell.
I don't want to be the fifth party. I want to be the last party.
The birthday boy. This guy's onto him. Oh, he's pushing hard.
Yeah, he is.
Enemy over there. Opening fire on the enemy.
Hey. Oh, shoot. Get on my 6. Get on my 6.
Correct.
Big up to us. That was the last
Someone's
person
downstairs.
squad.
Good kill, friend.
Directly below us. They're right here around the corner. Healing up, I think.
Reloading.
Damage.
Let's go and clean that one up for you.
Countdown.
Next ring's far.
Alright. I think I'm going to go R400.
If you would have let me res that guy, you would have had a gold backpack. That's your decision. Check upstairs. This guy need a... There's an unbelievable amount of stuff in these guys. Holy crap. Wait a minute. My friend Onage, another YouTube streamer, good dude, told me never to carry more than 1 stack of health kits. He's real good at Apex, so I believe him. That's good. Good. Okay. Alright.
Oh, I need to find that 99
Listen
again.
up, I'm calling a lifeline package in.
A lifeline package.
I'll be back in a moment.
We gotta go that way anyways.
I need an extended light mag.
Body shield here. Level 3.
1 minute till ring close.
1 minute till ring close. Okay. Oh, we got quite a distance to go, huh?
Great. The ring is close. Less than a minute.
Do you have any more of those booster things? Nope.
Not far from the ring.
Train yard sounds like at least 2 teams.
You want to go that way? You want to go that way?
I'll go with either. They might be underneath. We might be able to ambush them.
Alright.
Let's go this way.
Kind of sounds like they're under.
Okay, alright.
Rings around the corner. 10 left.
Hey, I threw that ammo on the ground. Oh god, that's not a good
Yeah,
shot
that-
if he's downstairs.
Yeah, here, right.
Oh yeah.
The ring's moving, friends.
I'm
He's
spotted.
He's
blood.
cracked.
Reloading.
Means the other team's inside.
Charging
Heads
my
up.
shields.
Package.
Fast rush.
Oh, what?
I have been down.
One shot at. Reloading.
Oh, shh. Go back up here.
Yeah,
Reloading.
Oh, shh.
We
we
got to
helped
watch
the
each other's
wrong
back.
team.
Yep.
Reloading. Down 1.
Oh my god.
Reloading.
Oh, he's trying to get his attention before he dies.
One of them is still alive, or has one of those things. Oh, he got it.
I got you, brother.
Oh no, you should have waited till the. Oh no, I got stuff. It's gonna hurt a lot though.
Thanks.
You gotta put a thing in.
Oh, I don't have no chance at this.
Come
Yeah.
down.
No, not a full one, a small one.
I don't think I could have made that either. This guy needs to get in.
You have a health bot, bro.
Yeah, I know, but the syringes, I don't think I could have gotten in time.
No, you put the health bot down and put the syringe in.
Good looking now.
Oh, health bot is what you said. Okay.
Taking a knee.
Almost there.
I've been down.
As long as that guy lives, we're good.
Nope. You waited too long.
That thing was chunking like a quarter of my health off at a time. That was gross.
It's okay. It's probably
Damn, I thought I did a lot more that time. We get 60, 90, 66. All right. I'll take that. Did we get enough for the train yard? Oh, not yet. Need some more. Let's see how many more I need. One more in the train yard. 8 more as lifeline and 5 peacekeeper kills. Okay. Easy.
Oh,
Right.
Did you run ready?
No? Put me in something.
Oh, okay. I'm coming late. Thanks, EA.
Check it on the Sanders for President.
I wonder if that guy's
The red-
name is Brian Williams.
Brian
Or
motherfucking
TV.
Williams.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Reality check. Worst way to convince Bernie and Biden.
I really like your calling card.
Bernie Sanders. What's that?
Lifeline coming up and going dual RE45.
Oh. I don't think I've ever looked at it.
Oh, that's cool. I like it. Let's go, Brian motherfucking Williams.
This guy knows. I do need one more knockdown train
What's
yard.
your
but
last name, Williams?
Probably,
Motherfucking Williams.
what if it's Webster?
He said yes.
Oh, I didn't hear.
Nah, dude. He's like, do I know you?
Brian Williams must be a pretty rare name.
I don't think
Is
so.
it, no, I don't think so.
We
There's
gotta-
a bunch of
we
guys going
gotta-
here.
we gotta-
Oh!
I am so sick of not getting guns.
I'll show you guns. Where are you?
Attention. First blood.
Shield up.
Are you beneath me? Where the hell are you?
This thing.
Oh, I see. There's one here. Let's see if I can kill him with a Mozambique.
I'm taking the shot.
Dude, our boys
How's
is
this
in a
someplace?
fight.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Oh shit, you're in a fight.
Oh, he's almost dead. Oh, so much Mozambique damage. He's so damaged. Oh man, Brian Williams. Broke my heart, man.
I got you.
I needed a shield to survive that.
Ah, good. Just a scrape.
Got this stupid thing only has 3 bullets. Someone's rezzing outside.
Yep.
I am taking fire, friends.
Use some of these. Back up. Someone's shooting you from the side behind you. Come back in here.
Do you have any light ammo?
Yep, 76. Go.
Thank you.
I really need a shield really bad.
Mine's busted. I can go grab
Somebody
that guy.
is outside back here.
Fire, friends. Reloading.
I might have to go upstairs.
I broke him. He ran.
I'm trying to find shield really bad.
Oh no, there's another squad attacking.
Whoa.
Oh, we got another one right here.
Yeah,
Shit.
there's too many. Someone's on my left close.
Eliminated.
Repairing.
They're downstairs, first floor.
Hey, get to the roof, get to the roof, get to the roof, get to the roof, get to the roof.
Ready to fly on
Let's do it.
I am.
Oh no, I went in the drink. You're kidding me. I'm flying towards you. There's a guy hunting you too. They saw you land.
There was a guy on my left.
Dude, did everyone in the server land there?
Yeah, apparently.
That was brutal. Did you say sorry, Brian Williams? Sorry about that, man. Democrats lost over 1,030 seats while Joe Biden was VP. Now he's stating in interviews that Bernie Sanders will cause down ballot loss. Share with people whose main priority is winning down ballot. It's from 538 too. Let me see what they're saying now. Featured story on 538. 538 is a nice political website, by the way. Barack Obama won the White House, but Democrats lost the country.
So, Uncle Joe got some endorsements. Right?
Yeah, like all the goddamn endorsements. And here's Bernie Sanders like, hey, Elizabeth Warren, what's up with that progressive policy again? As she continues to run the race with a literal 0% chance to win. She's still in it. Are you registered to vote?
Yes, sir.
Do you plan on voting?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. That's all you have to say. You don't have to tell me for who. I just want to put your name on my voter list.
Oh, okay.
You get to have your name displayed on the stream in scrolling text.
Woo!
We're keeping track of it for the next 3 weeks. If you vote, you come in here, you tell me that you are registered to vote, you plan on voting in your state's primary, add your name to the scrolling list. Most important thing is that you vote. I don't care for who. I'd prefer if it was Bernie Sanders. I don't care for who, though. As long as you vote. Dr. Faison.
Let's land here.
Just a thought.
I love this bar.
Oh, fancy house.
I miss when this one,
Go this way.
but it fell
Oh,
down
yeah.
in the lava.
That damn... Oh, God, don't tell me that guy's going to go land there. Okay.
What?
It looked like he was veering off to go land there.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
Oops. Sorry, I'm competing with you for loot. Sorry about that.
If you ever want guns, just land not next to me. and
I never
you'll
do.
get everything.
First blood.
You want that laser rifle?
Where the hell did you even come from? No, you take it.
Oh,
Oh, your
okay.
charity.
Round one. Beginning ring countdown.
Say one. We're all inside.
I'm
the
ready,
city.
dude. Laser rifle ready to go. Get a scope for this guy. Half that Peacekeeper garbage. Just kidding, it's pretty good. He's on the first floor. Let's see what's on the bottom. I got my charge already. Nice.
Charge rifle, L-Star here.
Elsta.
Grappling.
I need a vest. Let's look in here.
Yeah, so do I. In a backpack.
Yep, I have one of those. but
Every
it's not
attachment
open.
for both my guns.
Oh, that's all? Okay.
Yep. All I want for Christmas.
Left some stuff over here if you like it. Charge rifle and a Peacekeeper. I feel good about that. Don't know why I picked that up. Don't need it. No, that doesn't take laser ammo anymore.
Oh, hi, friend.
Hello. Lots of light, first floor.
All right.
Level 3 charge rifle too. Or charge shield, whatever. That is not what I...
Gotta hop up here. Anvil receiver.
I thought I saw another one. Damn it.
Already on, apparently.
We booking it.
Let's explore this way.
Peacekeeper downs is what I need, baby. 5 of them. Let's go. I think that was a fire grenade. I probably should have took that.
Helmet here.
I will not make a mistake again.
Gotta hop up here. Choke. Dibs.
Alright, you got that choke, son? Let's go.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 3.
Damn, I just took that for no reason.
Barrel stabilizer here.
Level 3.
I could use that.
I know you could. Come get it, baby boy. Oh, I got a vest finally. Sweet. I think
You
there's
already got one?
a blue heavy clip upstairs. Oh, and a purple.
Optics here.
Second floor.
Close range. Want it?
So much light up here. Woo. Alright, how are we feeling? 74, 46. Feel pretty good. 52, no charges.
Contact with hostile.
How close?
Next building over.
Warning. New closing.
We're all in.
Shit, are they in with you?
Yeah.
Coming in.
He went downstairs.
Okay. Oh, someone else is coming in. They just threw a grenade up. First floor, come from behind.
Downed one.
One just landed behind us. Heads up. Over here.
Enemy over there.
Took out an enemy.
Hostile over there. Reloading.
Pushing.
There's that. He's in there. He went around to the right behind that building. I'm not sure where else.
There's one in this one too.
There's
Fire. I am taking fire, friends.
Building next door. Teammates over to the left. Oh, nope. That's a Mirage.
Whoa, where did that Bangler go?
I think she's in here.
Hostile.
Right behind you.
I thought I saw someone dip their face in. I just crashed. You're joking. Oh my god, this is so frustrating. No reconnect feature, so I'm just out of luck. Device hung. Like, is there any fix for that? Has anyone come up with a fix for this stupid crap? Oh my god. Hi, Seth. It's so irritating when that happens. We talked about politics earlier, Soph, as you might imagine. We had a chat about if you'll be voting. It doesn't matter if, or for whom, rather, but just if you will be, you tell me, I'll put you on my little scrolling list. There's also a link that will tell you if you are registered to vote. Senator Sanders, 51% chance to take plurality. Senator Biden, or not even Senator,
99.
48%.
We're good. We wiped those teams, by the way.
God damn it.
Oh, God.
That better count for a knockdown for my Peacekeeper. Let's see. 5. Nope. Yeah, I think we talked about it before. Thanks to Ohio's 90 rules, I'm voting in the Democratic primary for the first time. Yay! I'll add you. You're now on my list of voters. Biden and Sanders are just about tied in the most disappointing news of the decade. Joe freaking Biden, man. Jesus.
Broke them both. Good job.
And if Senator Warren would drop out of the race, it's possible we'd have a majority.
We just wiped out another team.
I hate you. See if there's anything good here. 2 days left, 1 day left. Okay. Health syringe thing. No, thank you. Fight or Flight is definitely my favorite song. What's this one? Can I like remove one from the list? I got random. What the hell? Skydive trails, I don't have any yet. I think you have to get like platinum or legend or predator to get that.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Do you have grenades? Because I used all mine.
Harvester? I need to land at Harvester? That's it? Okay. Couple of knockdowns is Lifeline. I think we had one in the last game. Apparently no kills with the Peacekeeper, though. And I need a bunch of stuff with Watson. I'll see until the moving cam goes 360. That'd be a different setup. I'm not sure how to do that. I'd have.
They're getting attacked right now.
I could probably make that work. Have to be a different setup and swing like this, maybe. But from up there, maybe like a security cam on a track of some kind. That'd be kind of neat. I could definitely make that work. 100%. Get like a train track, have it elevated, half the track hangs from the ceiling, the other halves go over my security camera shelves. Like this, that are curved. That I know of, unless I buy one of those like $60 million 3D scanner things that they use on the red carpet to take pictures of outfits. Just make a model train. That's why I have children. Unfortunately, they're asleep.
Full squad, full squad.
How much are we down in Alabama? And we, I mean Bernie supporters.
Let's go around and get in.
I think he's gaining a little bit. Sanders has a 1 in 9 chance to win. Biden needs to take a hit someplace. Like,
I'm not. I'm just
make a mistake in the media. Although I did see that Trump is subpoenaing his son now. I wish I could find that information. It's on politics, maybe. Gonna elect the guy who's gonna be in court. Party elites don't want you to vote for Bernie Sanders. They made the same mistake in 2016. Yes, they did.
Wow. They just lined us up.
Oh, it's time for Elizabeth Warren to drop out, says New York Magazine.
Ah, we did. Sorry.
Warren is my number one, with Sanders as a close second, but I've held my contributions for the last month until I see tomorrow's results. Unless Warren does drastically better than she's done in the first 4
Might
states, I'll
just
probably
push into
switch
Bullet.
to giving Sanders whatever meager contributions I have left to give.
Nope.
What? Man, Warren is super frustrating tonight. I would have been happy to vote for either Bernie or Warren for president, but it's become quickly clear that only Sanders has any chance of winning the nomination. Warren's continued participation at this point only serves to split the progressive vote. The sooner she drops out of the race, the better. Warren supporters are progressives who value competence over the cause. That would indicate that Bernie Sanders is incompetent, which is silly. But
It's only over when it's over.
who's this? The Carter. Okay.
Excellent. Time to destroy more opponents.
This is your champion.
There's a thin line between life and death. You'll find me there.
I think people are forgetting the fact that it's going to be a tough sell to vote Biden. Like,
Got a good feeling
And-
about this area.
I know we keep going back to it tonight, but it's so hard for me to understand the motivation of voting Biden. Do people actually think he has a better shot to beat Donald Trump than Bernie Sanders? If your motivation is beat Donald Trump, then how? I don't. Okay, I can't. I can't figure it out. I don't know.
He's a VP. He has presidential experience.
He's also like maybe literally lost his mind.
Yeah.
And Trump just subpoenaed his son today, so it's like we're gonna live with that controversy the whole time. Is there 2 teams in this building? I thought I heard something super close. What the heck? Yeah, they're across the street or something here. They're close.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Maybe next building over. Yep.
Good. We're
Yeah, I
inside.
hear him.
If you're going, let me get a vest. I got a vest. At least. I could probably use a hat too.
Here, come up here and get my 2. Come up here and grab my 2. Oh, he grabbed. Yeah, okay. I'm taking that. You want my wingman?
There's a 9-9 over here. Nope.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Shit, that scared me. I thought someone came in.
First blood. Should have seen that coming.
So where are they at?
They were to our east in this building here. I wonder if I can get in. Come on.
Yep, that's the where.
Taking him in the back. That's what she said. Nope. They dipped.
I can find some light ammo.
That is open.
This way.
And so is this.
Looks like some people have been there.
We're hunting. Did I order something from Amazon? Shit, it's
Body
coming.
shield here. Level 1.
Champion made a poor choice.
Trying to loop him.
Target spotted.
Target over there.
Contact. I am taking fire, friends.
One might be coming up the stairs. Heads up.
Reloading.
Oh my gosh, I'm in so much trouble.
Oh, okay, it's right in front of me. Ho ho!
Just a
please have light ammo.
1 second.
Do I? Yeah, I have some.
Eyes out for.
No, he's got head some.
Okay.
Reloading. Not sure. I think someone's trying.
Where's that
Just
fucking
give
crypto
us
thing at?
Reloading. Using my shield to recharge.
Hey, there was a blue shield in that box.
Where are they shooting us from, do you know? He moving his thing again?
Yeah, he just grabbed his. He just grabbed banner.
Oh, those things can grab banners?
Yeah.
What?
The enemies are shooting at me.
I need shields.
There's one
Okay.
in that bot bin, dude.
Another team just pushed up on them. Heads up.
I'm going over here.
Yeah, there's another team on them.
Recharging shield.
I have no. Oh, someone just landed on them too. Eek.
Hey, if you have that light that you don't need, I'll take it. Because we have 17 bullets. Thank you.
In progress.
I got a shotty. I'm good.
We're all inside.
You want to
the
go fight,
ring.
or
Good.
I have enough ammo for one squad.
Got some grenades we could toss in. One grenade. Oh well, he's gone.
Okay, all right.
They spotted me. I'm taking shots.
I'm going.
Using grapple.
Oh, this one's one hit right there.
Kidding
Jason,
me?
run the corner, shoot him once. Good job. Turn around and kill that
You and me.
Oh, didn't mean.
guy. One's resin the Gibby. Nice hit. One more time. Good job.
Enemy
There's a
down.
Gibby that was hurt.
More enemies down.
Oh,
Getting shot
Just finish
at.
him. Here kills.
Recharging my shields. Enemy killed.
Nice.
Patching myself up a bit.
let's forget about my damn thing.
Oh my god! He's got a revive.
Pass me that shield. Enemy
Kill her,
down.
you get another.
Also right here.
Reloading.
Not to be super needy.
Where are you?
No, my bin's behind you. Just grab it.
Come back here.
No, that's not me. That's
Oh,
my
Hang on.
my
You're
death
good.
is gonna run out soon. You were standing on it.
fuck. Oh, I see you. There's another team.
Don't worry, I got a squad mate spanner.
You. Okay, I'm gonna try it.
I've got my shields up.
Making contact.
One above you.
God damn it.
Just
We're both dead. Damn it. So many teams converged.
Get some kills though.
Yeah. Hopefully that ends one of my things. Maybe my shotgun kills. I might need 5. Yeah, 2500 damage accomplished. Not the challenges I needed. See where we're at. 3 more kills with the Peacekeeper. 3 more knockdowns for Lifeline. 1 knockdown in the train yard. Let me see what else we got on the side. And I thought I saw Soph say something, so I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I mean, considering the controversy we're living with now, I mean, yeah, but no, I'm saying like in the general election, if Donald Trump is going to be like, you're a scumbag and your son did some shit in Ukraine and I have proof and that's why he's being prosecuted, wouldn't that stand to hurt Biden? I would think.
Oh my gosh. Trying to decide if I like Bernie or Biden more. I think the American healthcare system is a crime against civilization and that anyone who voted for the Iraq war should be in prison. Although, to be honest, the Trump-Biden debates would be good for a laugh.
Oh my God. Those debates would just be Trump going, "Are you awake? Are you still awake?" Joe the whole time. This guy's sleeping.
Oh, why the fuck am I costing? What? Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
This game.
Oh, did he take Pathfinder?
This game.
Theseus lives. Trump lies, Biden innocent. That could be, but you know, there's a way that it's portrayed in the media.
Drop us somewhere we can get this over with.
Yeah, I'm good. Or go to Train Yard. I need one more knockdown Train Yard. Or I could use one drop at Harvester. I'm okay with either.
Heard that.
What's up, Voltaire, by the way?
I suggest this landing location.
Hold your breath. If you have a respiratory system.
Two crazy old men forgetting why they're mad, but going on anyway. Yeah, that's basically going to be it. Joe's going to
One team, two teams,
lapse
three
into
teams.
his old ways and be like, oh, this is corn pop. This, you know, or something like that. Think that Trump is a bully from high school or something, which he kind of is. This guy going across or waiting?
The enemies are shooting at me.
I can't not throw this anymore, can I? I have no weapon. I need a weapon. Of course there's people in here. Shit. And there's no weapons.
Look at the map. The next ring is far.
Are you kidding me? Where the hell are the weapons? There we go. Okay. I'm joining the fight.
Wonderful. I am
I
taking
joined the fight. I'm coming. I'm coming.
more friends are coming to
Coming now. Here we go. Of course it's a new squad.
Thermite grenade out. Reloading.
Is this guy walking through my fire?
Reloading.
One's rezzing up here somewhere.
Reloading.
Did you get your down yet?
No. Shit. No scope on the flatline sucks. Oh! My mouse got caught. Oh no, I gotta get to that guy. Oh, so she went inside. Fake alter video of Biden quid pro quo firing someone. I haven't even seen that. Oh, you're saying that's what Trump would try and punish him on.
Worst Pathfinder ever.
I don't know. I just think that there's too many things going against Joe Biden to make him a candidate against that can beat Donald Trump, and something that's not really to his detriment is that he unfortunately has to basically live with what Hillary lived with, which is actually the point of that 538 or whoever posted it. Was it 538 or New York Magazine saying that you know, the DNC turned its back on Bernie once, and that was a mistake, and now they're doing it again. And now you could say that, yeah, but there's more votes the other way. If Biden were to win a plurality, which I'm still in the camp that says that Bernie will, but if Biden did, you come to like this impasse where, and we've talked about it on the show before, where you have to weigh if more Bernie supporters are going to support Joe Biden or if more Biden supporters are going to support Bernie. Do Biden supporters, are they the never Trump people or anyone but Trump people? Or are Bernie people than anyone but Trump people? You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you play to win, you know, which is what the DNC maybe thought it was doing in 2016. It's possible. But that's sort of what the Republican Party did, was they realized all the momentum that Trump had, and they were like, we can win if it's Trump. We don't want him, but we can win with him, and then make their policy from there. And I mean, it's kind of worked out for their group, you know. Luckily, Bernie Sanders is kind of a benevolent person, as opposed to, you know, someone who lies every minute of his life.
All right, what challenges do you have?
Just knockdown stuff. Peacekeeper. I could use a drop at Harvester, like just a drop. I don't need to knock down anybody.
Okay.
I actually think I still need to knock down at Train Yard too, but we can do that later. I like when I get an emote. It's so cool. Couple of teams landing with us. One on my left. Oh, I thought I was going in lava. That was really scary. Well, I think this counts as the drop, so that's good. Do you have a weapon? Where are you?
We're all inside the ring. Good.
You coming up this way? Okay. There might be someone upstairs of us here.
I'm pretty sure there is.
Shit. Yeah, I don't have anything that can really challenge him. I don't have armor. This guy's going, so we're going. He's knocked down.
That's stuck.
Blue armor, you got that one? Okay, I'll take yours.
If I get a health pot, I'm sorry, I'm being needy.
Let's go and let's go.
Oh, he chased him down. Okay.
My mini little.
Where? On the ground, cracked. Oh my god, he's got nothing. He's got nothing left.
Hey, there's a blue one right here.
Oh, I know it's empty.
Reloading. Enemy taken out.
One here somewhere.
Work. You're good.
Broke him. He's hit.
Reloading.
Nice job. There's a yellow thing on that guy.
Not anymore, there isn't. Thanks for me.
Shotgun bolt here. Level 2. Using meds. Come on.
I'm sorry, shotgun bolt? Okay.
Giving my shields a recharge.
This place might be looted out.
No, the other side isn't one, or at least
Okay.
that one isn't looted yet.
This way.
Where's that? It's looted on the side
Recharging
here.
shields.
Oh, you know what? Inside is looted, just not the outside ones.
New kill leader appointed.
Yeah, these other doors all look open and
Eyes on
looted.
the new kill leader. Here
I got my drop and oh, actually, did I get a check? Oh, it's peacekeeper.
where you
not
going?
check. Okay. I'm just sort of wandering right now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't ever drop here, so I don't even know where the next progression is.
Yeah, this
like,
shit's. Let's go to the west because there's nothing
West?
this way.
All right.
It's in towards the circle too.
Gotta hop up here.
Could be thermal station maybe.
Let's explore this way.
You
I
want to
don't-
take the jump pad?
There's a jump tower over there.
What? Oh yeah. Yeah.
heavy mag here. Level 2.
Right in front of us. Right in front of us.
Yep.
I have no long-term ammo or
He's broken.
long range is the word I was looking for. There we go. His teammate was running in front of him. Just heads up. There's a portal in front of you up the road.
Reloading.
It's in the house. He's at this house right here.
This way. Let's go.
Landing near you guys. The portal probably leads in there. Oh shit, teammate's going. I'm going.
Teammate, yeah, it's right there. Oh,
Target spotted.
Past it, but she's in the house.
Forget that.
Oh, okay, you got her.
You hear that?
oh, there's one in here.
Yep, that might be a different team over there. Nice, Jesus.
Wow.
Dump 4,000 bullets into her.
One on the squad.
Yep.
How you like that? Reloading.
stopped moving. Like she just like accepted it. She was ADing back and forth, but she
That's
just
the end.
trapped. She's just like, yeah, nope, it's over.
I'm not getting out of this.
Like,
Looted down the hill.
yeah, it's those guys. We're going to the hole.
We can move through the station.
Yeah, okay.
Let's explore this way.
Train's there right now. Oh, if we get there in time, the cans are probably up out of the ground. Damn it, this went back in.
Oh, guys on the train, on the train, on the train, on the train.
One's down inside.
Enemy down. Listen up, I'm getting shot at.
Two down.
Another enemy down. Big up to us. That was the last one in the squad.
Oh, you ain't messing around.
Damn, dude, these guys have a lot of stuff. You guys okay?
Can I get a battery?
Yeah. I don't want to put my bot down. I think it disappears, right?
No. He just took like a shit ton of batteries.
Here's one, right behind you.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's got like 10.
Are we leaving the? We're gonna be leaving the circle in just a second here. Oh, this is unlooted. If we jump right now.
Alright.
Attention.
Super speed!
That's pretty good. Running into those guys there. They didn't like that auto shotty in that close range.
I am preparing myself.
Listen up, I'm calling a lifeline package in.
Yeah, unlooted all the way through. Looks like. Bernie down with Antifa. Yeah. Are they at a rally or something?
The R198.
Beginning ring countdown.
R198. Oh, I got you.
So I've been running the last couple games actually. I've just been like
Not enough ammo. Switch.
sure.
Not enough ammo. Switch.
Yeah, exactly. I blew through both of them and I'm like, oh, okay.
Guess I'm dead.
Thanks for joining me today.
So what do I need? I need some scopes. Would be beautiful.
Backpack here. Level
Oh,
2.
I'm taking that so I can get some friggin'
Backpack here. Level 2.
grenades.
Okay.
I go grab some grenades up top. Two
I
friends.
didn't realize we were right on the edge. That's okay. Still no freaking. I thought it was charging. Think that someone was on the ship or no? I don't have a scope that can see it.
Here I go.
This guy might have the same idea. Oh, thought I could get it. I really want to take a look at the ship. This is unlooted right here. Huh? What the? Looted ship. There's stuff all over the ground, but it's open. Could have been a late loot.
Hey, BK, come here. Open us up.
Zipline deployed.
Yeah, there's still a couple of things on the ground.
Say one. We're all inside this ring.
How do you make this thing dance and drop stuff?
I don't think it drops stuff, does it?
Yeah, it throws out stuff in the
No.
middle.
I have no idea then.
Where you turn on the music and stuff?
There's a button on the inside to start the party.
Yeah, where's that button at?
I think it's by the spa. It's outside here.
Maybe it only can do it once.
Not totally sure, I guess. Oh, is there a drop right over here? Oh, yeah. I still have no scope for this thing. Where is it? I know it's around here someplace.
So we get some purple armor for our buddy. Hey, welcome to the purple party.
Lucky us. We are already inside the ring.
Say, get back in the ring.
No.
Heads up, right there.
Hostile spotted.
Over there.
Shooting.
Come on.
Somebody else was shooting him.
Okay.
From like over here somewhere.
Let's go this way.
Somebody was shooting from over here.
Enemy over there.
I could put us a zipline on the back of that house.
I hit him and then he ducks. I would hold the ship. They're going to have to come here. Oh, no, they're not. Damn.
No, they're not.
We have to go
They're
around.
not. They're in.
Broke his armor.
Yeah. Alright, let's push him.
Go.
Setting up a zipline.
Nope. Oh, shit. Someone else just shot in. Heads up.
Oh, I missed my own zipline.
Out back. On the ground, running away. Running away. He ran down the hill someplace.
Target spotted. Enemy over there.
Check up top. Turn it on. Thank you, sir.
Giving my shields a
Two there.
recharge.
Watch to our left. I feel like we got some crossfire at some point.
Got him.
Team is still in there.
This isn't a terrible spot we got right now.
How you like that?
Damn it. I need a fucking scope.
Oh, dude, look at this fucking little hiding spot.
Where the hell are you? That's crazy.
Charging on my shields.
I'm close quarters straight up, so I'm just gonna chill while you guys are firing.
I'm just waiting until they come around the corner for this dude.
In progress.
Charging on my shields.
Say one. We're all inside this ring.
Care package. So
I guess they don't really have to do anything. They're also in the circle.
Yeah, they could be smart and good from behind.
They're getting a fight. We should go.
Third party. Yeah, on the third party. That's the one, right?
Yeah, let's go. Get it.
Still 5 squads.
enemies right here.
On our right. On our right.
Shit, bro.
Gonna get your birthday present.
Recharging shields.
Can't see the one on the right.
Reloading.
This guy is too far. Oh, he got him. Okay.
They're not getting back up from that.
I swear there was another one here. Didn't we get a shot from the right?
Yeah, we did.
Coming up. He's cracked. Moving back down.
Got another squad. I'm up.
Frag out.
Throwing up star.
Frag out.
Throwing up star.
Going down.
Yep.
One's dead.
Oh, I got him.
Watch it in case people come down behind us.
Charging up my shields.
Oh, hey, I'm the kill leader.
This is taking too long.
This guy's came up at the wrong time, huh?
45 seconds.
There we go. That's what I wanted. That felt good.
Reloading.
More? Okay.
That one's out for the count.
Oh, we just finished him.
Backpack here. Level 4. Don't worry, it won't slow you down. 30 seconds remain. The ring is nearby.
We're in this pit. We gotta go back up. What am I doing? Just passing up
Rings
scopes like
around
that.
the corner.
There we
10
go.
left.
I thought I heard a shot. Back where we came from? Sounds like. Oh, we could go around the backside, maybe surprise them.
Ring. Moving now. Rapidamente. Ha! Hitting the edge.
Did I hear something? Oh, here we go. Yeah, yeah, daddy. They're gonna be right through here.
Optics here. Sniper.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have a sniper.
Optics here. Close range.
I already got one on.
Taking fire. I'm going in. We got trouble. Really close.
Come around again.
Charging
We got the
shields.
zone. We got the zone. Make him come to us.
We're already in the ring. Guess I'll run in circles for fun.
We're gonna get benched though if we keep forward. There's three.
Just watch behind them.
Yeah, I didn't like that. He's damaged. I don't think he has shield.
Fuck, where'd he go? He's right here.
Jesus.
We killed the last member.
Invisible man.
Good work, team. We're
I can
doing
see his
great.
footprints.
Only 2 other squads remain.
They're gonna get killed by the zone if they don't start moving and coming this way. Wait, don't they have to come this way? There's 2 people shooting over here.
They have to come this way now.
Oh, heads up! He's in the air. Shit. Oh, God. Can't see anything. God damn it. Gas is irritating. Fuck it. Let's go.
Let's fucking go, baby.
Let's get it. Oh, that gas was really disorienting.
You are the Apex
Let's
champions.
go.
GG, boy.
Oh, thanks for the carry, guys.
He dropped 2,500 damage.
Yeah, that's huge.
I had cleanup kills.
I like it. Let's see if we can complete any challenges.
Give me that RP.
Harvester, yield. 3 challenges done. Hell yeah.
So,
What do I got? Train yard, 1 more, and
Figured he was
10 kills with a peacekeeper.
a decent enough teammate.
Yeah, it works. I'm so nervous about tomorrow, Super Tuesday. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna work. I'm just gonna have like a TV on at work and just stare at whatever is reporting on it, CNN or something. Have a separate computer just dedicated to that, to watching all the polls and exit polls and reports of whatever is happening. It's gonna make me nuts. If you think about it, in a way, tomorrow as a day has a potential to change like the course of the next decade in terms of progressive policies and things like that. Like, we may not have another shot at that for many, many years. The next shot is probably AOC, and that's in at least 8 years, right? Bernie's not going to run again. Be 82 years old. Might not live that long. I mean, I know. Well, he like
Anywhere else?
started
any other
something.
drops you need to go?
No, I just need to knock down train yard. But I don't believe in that.
Stay with
Someone
me if
is
you want to live.
like owed time, like, oh, it's my turn, or any of that crap that Hillary tried to pull last time. But in terms of getting progressive stuff done, if that's one of your things, this is it. Like, it's just Bernie. Shit, there's someone in there. Oh my god, the worst drop of all time. Worst drop of all time. Sure would love a gun. Someone's above me, I think. Still no gun.
Oh no! That was your knockdown. I screwed it up.
It's okay. That's okay. Much happier living. Okay, gun. He's got no gun. This guy's got no gun. Thank you. Good job, guys. I'm just here, like, trying to find a gun.
I'm here once again asking for a gun.
Yeah. Once again, I'm asking for a gun. I did get... I think I got a punching kill. Oh, no, I didn't. That must have been an assist. Hello. The ball is here above us. I don't have a gun that's going to knock it down before it hits gold.
Ah.
Got it.
Well, oh, what?
Way to go. Double
I
tap
need
trigger.
all the light ammo.
Going
Every single round.
198.
Yeah. As soon as I find a second one, I am.
3 gigabytes so far. My
You noticed what I had last game, right? I was rocking 2 R99s.
They call him Hero.
I am repairing myself.
Really? Was that the
Train's coming in. Looted. Didn't see anyone jump off.
People flying in. People flying in.
Target spotted.
Hit 57.
It's going back.
Setting up a zipline.
Crash. Hello?
Behind. You're turning around.
Oh no! CodeNet! No! CodeNet!
Where?
No bueno. I got some bad guys here.
All inside this ring. Reloading.
I know he's repairing.
Reloading. Extra out. Reloading.
We've got company.
Just giving my shields a recharge. Just a sec.
I got
1
some bad
second.
guys here. Airstrike!
Looks like a care package is coming. I'm taking fire. Air drone incoming. Recharging my shields.
I'm going for him.
Throwing Oxstar. Throwing Oxstar.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
CodeNet crash.
Picked up a teammate's banner.
Another team came up on him. And I backed up. But I got his banner I'm running right now. I mean, you could probably see it too. Did I hear something?
What a rush!
Go back down for your loot. Let's go.
Do I rest their breath?
Some guys, they're moving up that alley towards where you died. 3 of them. Oh, maybe. We should probably back up.
Pushing.
Calling in a lifeline package.
Yeah, at least this is unlimited. Open it. I get something good.
New kill leader appointed.
New kill leader. As
Try this way. Oh, we +8. What the hell? Oh, there's 8 squads. Okay.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
I guess I'll get this. Ooh, oh, he's already got purple. Jeez. I just pick that back up like an idiot. No, I got it. Okay. That is a welcome sight. That little guy right there. Did I just see something there? Stupidest CodeNet driver. CodeNet Cloverleaf period spacebar error. Sounds really irritating. Just like when I randomly fucking disconnect in the middle of games. Really irritating. Alright, well, we gotta go this way. Did I heard something?
Mira, light ammo here.
Nice. 157 I got. I'm okay.
Shake a leg. We've only got a minute and the ring's right there.
My son is sleeping in a very funny position.
45 seconds till ring close, amigos. Don't let me carry you.
Alright, let's do it. Trying to stretch it. Right in.
Close, huh? I think that's... I'm hit!
It's from our left.
Charging shields.
We're benched.
Let's go this way.
Faster, faster, faster! Throwing jump
Keep down, down, down. I'm gonna stay below the road.
Charging up my shields. We're already in the ring.
Same for this
Oh shit, close the door here.
Reload. Taking fire. Enemy down.
Yo, we should def check out that care package.
I'm out grenade. Enemy taken out.
Nice
good stuff.
takedown. How'd that feel?
Just giving my shields a recharge.
Charging shields. Come on, come on.
Use that grenade to save me some time. I thought I saw more. This guy might have jumped out the top though. Yeah, he did. Fred ability can reconnect you to a game after you disconnect. That'd be sweet. Battery out there.
Round 3. Beginning ring countdown.
I'm looking for loot over there. We're all inside the ring. Good.
I was just pointing out a bad guy. I don't know what the heck that symbol was. Someone rezzed right here.
Getting shot at.
Engaging. Charging shields.
Cracked up top.
Patching myself up a bit.
Maybe not the best fight. We can move away. Maybe better if we back off.
Charging up my shields.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
I mean, we're I guess top
New
7.
kill leader. Go on, watch out.
Yeah, everybody's rezzing. Some hard bright up there. Pretty funny.
Firing.
And you get a res, and you get a res, and you get a res.
Here's your birthday present.
Hopefully I didn't alert anyone of that.
Charging on my shields. Taking fire.
Nobody coming from our west. Like we're just switching positions.
Charging shields. Come on, come on.
Round 4. Beginning ring
Time to move.
countdown.
I'm gonna suggest we circle this way.
Must go faster.
Unlooted. This is not looted. Surprising. I still have a white helmet. Ugh.
Just a lot of fucking people for that smoke.
One more minute, amigo. Ring's right there. So close. So close.
Everyone's just hiding. Circling the edge. That's what I'm worried about here.
We could check out here.
45 seconds. Rings
To the
close.
left and try to.
Yeah, that sounds good. Just follow the circle. Oh, shit. I can't get up there.
Heavy light ammo here.
Damn, dude. A lot of bodies here.
Not far from the ring. Half a minute.
There we go. Hello. Hello to you, sir. Hello, somebody. Damn, there's tons of shit over here. What the heck? There's like 5 boxes inside.
Okay, 10 seconds till ring close. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Warning. Ring movement in progress.
Listen up. The ring's moving.
There's a drop right in front of me. Oh, we're in here on the edge.
Target over there.
I didn't really see him. I just know that's where it came from.
They're shooting at me. You like that? Huh? Want some more? Charging on my shields.
Round 5. Beginning ring countdown.
Reloading.
Pretty close. Couldn't tell what
Enemy
those dudes were
spotted over
shooting.
there.
Two dudes fighting.
Firing. Arcstar.
Frag out.
Shake a leg. Engage. Reloading. Mira, that was the last of that squad.
Nice shot.
"45 seconds. Ring's just up ahead.
Where? Where?
No trouble here.
Door left.
Enemy over there.
One's on the bus station thing too.
Rings around the corner, and we've got 30 seconds.
Yeah, I hear him on the left. It's past the truck.
Frag out.
Yes, man.
In progress.
So we gotta stay this way. Huh?
I like pushing limits
he get this guy?
Okay, what's next? Engaging. Down.
Reloading.
He's yelling.
Hands up, we are not alone. Let's go here.
He goes to the car for me.
Reloading. Enemy down. I got you. Shield up.
And I'm back in the game.
He's outside the circle on your right.
Healing.
Outside the circle on your right, behind the car. He's dead.
2 squads away from my win, amigos. 1 more minute, amigo. Rings right there. So close. So close.
Target spotted.
I'm going in. Ah!
Here's your birthday present.
Cracked.
Don't make me carry you. Grenade out. Frag out.
Go left. He's cracked. Move left.
They're not getting back up from that.
I heard someone use a fucking self-revive.
Very good.
One's dead here.
I'm down.
You kidding me?
Good shit.
Good game, man. Oof. That was a crazy game, right? Oh my god.
You are the Apex champions.
Wonder if Shibby got the win.
Let's fucking go! Nice job.
That was a nuts game.
Ah, I would have been platinum. Ah.
201. Nice. Almost moving to level 1 now.
Should do you want me to send him a invite to my Discord?
Sure, I gotta dip out though.
You're dipping? Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go for the night. Good games, man. I gotta head out for the night.
See you, brother.
All right. That was awesome. Big win at the end. Actually, 2 wins in a row, right? That's pretty sweet. I'll take that all day. Last game was good. We were only a 2-man squad. Held it down. All right, I'm going to take off for the night. Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. Good talk about politics. Super Tuesday is tomorrow. Keep your ears and eyes open. Watch those polls. If you're in any of those states, please, 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 please go vote. I don't care for who. I would prefer Bernie Sanders, but I don't care for who. Just go vote. Have a great night. I'll see you here tomorrow night. Special show. We're going to check out some of the results, talk about it, talk about what that holds for the upcoming races. And that's it. Join the Discord below if you'd like to talk throughout the day. Twitter's down there as well. Have a great night. I'll talk to you later.